Okay guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at a game that is very near and dear to me, and that is Farming Simulator 17. Um, you might think, well, it's not that exciting of a game, or, well, I mean, what's the point? You're just basically driving tractors around and farming stuff. Well, I'll tell you. I thought the same thing when I first got this game. I think I got it on sale, so it was like at a pretty good discount. And once I started playing it, this game is like quicksand. Like, you're gonna get sucked in, and you're not gonna stop. You're gonna lose so many hours of your life playing this game that is absolutely unreal. And that's not a bad thing. So we're going to talk about a few strategies when you decide to start playing, and how to get started. Wait, I'm already close enough. Good. So the first thing you're going to need to do, and I'll show you while this refills, is decide what kind of farmer you want to be. So if I look at the map here, there's a few different options. So I've got several fields already. So I've got this one, and then these over here. Now these fields don't have any crops. I can't plant on them unless I were to like plow them up completely. They do have grass, which is supposed to grow, but I'm not, for some reason it's not, and maybe it's because I selected easy mode, but I'm not sure. But that's besides the point right now, because what I'm going to do is use field number 1 and number 3 for grass. And the reason being is because in this particular game I started, I'm going to be a sheep farmer. So here's the thing. So you can have sheep, you can have pigs, you can have cows. Each has their own kind of benefit. Sheep just produce wool, and they're pretty easy to take care of. You just need to give them water and grass, basically. Ooh, I need to refill their water now that I'm looking at it. Pigs, you can sell pigs. They have a higher reproduction rate. They do offer you liquid manure, so you can use that to fertilize your other fields if you'd like, and they're easy to feed. Cows are probably the hardest to maintain, but they give you milk, manure, and liquid manure. And pigs give you manure as well. But cows require a little bit of extra stuff. But either way. So now if you don't want to raise livestock, you can literally just plant any of these kinds of crops that you want. Also, if you don't want to do that, you can get forestry equipment and just do that. You can go chop down trees, plant new ones, basically anything along those lines. That's actually really fun as well. I do have a save game where that's what that particular game is dedicated to. But I thought I would show you this one because I'm starting fresh, and I kind of wanted to go over some early game strategy to get you, oh my god, to get you going. And if you notice, my driving is not so great. Well, I have a couple mods that make the driving more realistic. The tractor I have right now is actually not the best for pulling this cultivator that I just bought. But the reason that I bought this cultivator is because it can seed while it cultivates. So, and that's the thing here is there's steps to preparing fields. So you need to plow it every once in a while if you have that option turned on. I'd usually turn it off just because I'm not that picky about the realism as far as that goes. And then you need to cultivate, and then you need to seed. So if you have a cultivator that can seed at the same time it cultivates, that's a huge plus. So I actually borrowed more money just to do that. So if you look in the top left, you can see that there's a list of controls, and this varies depending on the equipment that you're using. So right now I'm unfolding my cultivator. I'm going to lower my cultivator. I'm going to turn on the sower. And basically I'm just going to start making passes here. You can use this third person view, or you can go into the cab. Let me show you that. This is the view from the cab, so you can look back and see what you're doing. Pretty interesting stuff. So actually what I'm going to do right now, because I have the extra money from the loan I took, is I'm going to hire a worker. They're going to take over for me and they're going to drive. So while he does that, and it's fairly cheap to actually hire these people to work on your fields. Costs like $1 every second or so, but you really don't end up losing that much money. So let me talk about the financing real quick, because this is the most important part. So I actually kind of screwed myself this one, because I had really good positive balance, and then I forgot about a couple of things in the game that I needed to buy, so I kind of screwed up, but not a big deal. So I took out a total of a $115,000 loan. So now my goal is to become positive, a positive balance. So I'm actually making money instead of owing all this money. So right now my balance is way in the negative. So I'm going to need to make money in order to start paying off that loan and then to be profitable overall. Then you can buy better machines, you can do, you know, more stuff, and yeah. Oh man, that tractor's having a hard time. Ooh, he's gonna take forever. Alright. I can't watch that, so. Alright, so there's also things like telehandlers. And so this I can use. Actually, I think I have one ready. Well, no, it's not ready, but there's a little bit of wool in that. So I have a bunch of sheep. So I bought a ton of sheep. Shouldn't have bought so many. You can see some of them running around in this pasture. There's another one. It's foggy right now, so it is hard to see them. So anyway, so sheep produce wool, and so what I'll do with the wool if I can get in there. Crooked. Alright, so I picked up my wool. This isn't a full load of wool. It'll actually get 4 cubes in there on this pallet. And ideally you would want to wait till you have all 4 cubes. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this for the sake of demonstration. So I'm going to put this down. Oops. Alright. That big yellow thing on the ground there is actually a mower. That's what I'll need to use once I get ready to start feeding my sheep. Which, again, kind of made a mistake there because I didn't... I lost a sheep just the first day because I didn't have food to feed him. So I might end up losing another sheep. Alright. Actually, this map started me out with this truck. Oh my god. Trucks are actually pretty difficult to maneuver if when you're got the realistic traction mods and all the stupid shit I have on. Don't try that in real life. I mean, I've actually done that on a trailer, but not something you want to do. Alright, now I've got my ratchet strap on it. Now I'm good. I can actually close my tailgate. There is a radio when you're in the vehicles, but for Oh, I didn't know I could pass through that. But just because of copyright purposes, I'm not going to have the radio on right now. I can't get through there. I'll go through this way. Oh, and I guess I got to actually go into the right spot. Cha-ching! Okay, so really not that bad. That was over $5,000 of wool. So I thought it was going to be much less. So you see now what I can do, since I got a little bit of money from that. Let's go into my finances. I'm going to go ahead and repay 10 grand. And then I'll go back up to my farm. But anyway, so that's just the basic idea of this game. There's all this different equipment you can use. Let me go to the shop real quick. Alright, so here we go. So, this is kind of an idea of all the equipment that you can buy. You can sort it by a brand, or you can sort it by a category. I go by category. Sometimes they have sales on certain brands. Let's see what they got. Nothing. Alright, so back, whoops. Alright, so you can get sprayers, you can get fertilizer spreaders, mowers, tedders, manure spreaders, sowing machines, cultivators, plows, auger wagons, slurry tanks, forestry equipment. Just look at this real quick just in case you wanted to get an idea of what you can do with a, as far as doing some lumber work. I have this stupid trailer, and it's actually a pain in the ass because it flips over all the time, but works well. You can get wood chippers and sell wood chips instead. You can get this thing, which you can actually just chop down the tree with the end of your tool. This has a cutter on it too, I believe. Maybe not. This cuts too. So those are pretty cool. So if you wanted your farm to be, or your, not farm, but your game to be just like a forestry, you can completely do that. You can do whatever you want. You can buy these chainsaws. You can get let's see what some other stuff is. There's a lot of tractors too, and there's a lot of additional add-ons you can get for other kinds of tools. I have some trailer modifications, and I do have some tractors. Let's see. Here, let's go back so we can see the tractors, since this is the bread and butter of the game right here. So all kinds of different brands, and they kind of go up in price there. Now toward the end here I should have, yeah. Toward the end, a lot of these are additional content. Old school tractors, classics. That's only 15 grand. I could get that right now. So you see, so you can add a lot of these. You can add front end loaders on as well, and that kind of thing. So it's a really versatile game. You can really make it what you want it to be, and decide. You just have to decide what you want to do. I wanted to showcase some of the features of this game, and just show you that it's not just some boring farm game. There's a lot of versatility. I've spent countless hours playing this game. I used to fall asleep playing this game, and I'd wake up with my tractor in a lake. It's freaking awesome. So that's that. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. If you want to see any additional videos of this game, just let me know in the comments, because I definitely have more gameplay. I could definitely do a lot more. I could do hours and hours and hours in this game and not be done. So just let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.